Welcome to CIE Radio. I'm your host, Mr. Damian Sanders, and you are officially in the cradle with the babysitter. Now, CIE Radio is your new home to talk everything fashion, from modeling to all of the talented people that work behind the scenes. This is where you're going to get introduced to everybody that makes the fashion industry tick. Now, let me briefly tell you a little something about me. I've been working in journalism for 16 years. I got my break in entertainment news at the Los Angeles Sentinel newspaper. I've written for multiple magazine publications, but above all, I was introduced to the fashion world and everything that goes into creating a great fashion production. Now, I've had the opportunity to meet some talented people all across the country and all across the world that I see doing some fantastic things in the fashion industry. Now, my guest on this episode of CIE Radio, she's the creator and the founder of the Los Angeles-based organization entitled Rebuild Your Lab. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Miss Nakea Brown. How you doing, Miss Brown?
I am awesome. Hey, how are you?
Now, I am doing cool. Now, first of all, thanks for taking the time to appear on the first episode of CIE Fashion Talk Radio.
And I am excited about that. I know, I heard. I am so excited and energetic and just positive energy within this whole situation. And I feel honored and blessed to have that first interview. And I want to thank you personally so much.
Now, you're more than welcome. Dig that. Now tell us about how did you come up with the name Rebuild Your Lab, and what are some of the things that the organization does?
Well, Rebuild Your Lab started off actually as a Facebook group with me and a few friends, and what we do is we started off, with a lot of jokes on Facebook and a lot of, as they call it now today and age, memes and different things to keep your spirit smiling. But the foundation of Rebuild Your Lab is based off of my personal experience within my life, of past experiences that I've dealt with. And from a divorce to going through different things of growing up in the city of Los Angeles, it's very bad, as people say. And, just my experiences in life. And I had to allow God to come into my heart to rebuild my lab, and rebuild my lab, meaning the foundation of love, who I am, my character. Because every time you go through an experience in life, you have to dig back in within you and rebuild who you are. So basically, that's where the foundation of Rebuild Your Lab came from, different experiences. And what we've been doing is partnering up. I also own a freelance baby school called Premiums Incorporated, and we've been partnering up with different organizations and different community events and helping volunteering, and also giving people like free birthday parties at club events and stuff like that, because I also have a history of being a club promoter. And we've just been basically giving back to people at no cost. And now we're doing it with our inner city runway fashion show.
I dig that. Now, speaking of fashion, how are you introduced to the fashion industry as a whole?
As a whole, I used to be a runway model when I was 19 years old. Well, I actually got introduced to print work when I was about 16 years old. No, 17, I'm sorry. When I was about 17 years old, I got introduced through print work. And I used to be a clown dancer for a cartoon clown. And also through Sandra, they call her Mama Toon. And also this lady named Tasha, they introduced me to the print work when I was a teenager, and I was just getting into it, getting my feet wet, and that actually shot my career off. I actually didn't go the route that everybody else went with the movie Rise and everything, but I went the opposite way, and I took that experience and, went and did something, with my life with the modeling. And it actually was a blessing. I modeled in a magic show for 3.5 years. And from Hollywood to Long Beach, surrounding cities within the inner city. And then I went to Las Vegas for the magic show, and I did some work at the magic show for different designers and stuff like that. Met a few celebrities, and now here I am.
Now, I absolutely love the Magic Convention in Las Vegas. Man, guys, listeners out there, if you haven't been, you definitely have to go to Las Vegas and check out the Magic Convention. Like, when all of the designers is out there, it's off the chain. Now, you're introducing kids to the fashion world, as well now. Now, how important do you think it is for people that want to pursue a career in this business that they start off at an early age?
I think it's very, very, very important. I think it's, it's very energetic, but what we're doing different for the fashion industry here at Rebuild Your Lab, we're working on character. We're working on self-love, or working on confidence. And like I tell all my parents, when your child already has that, what we're doing here at Rebuild Your Life is keeping that fire lit within them. So we want to keep it going, and you don't have to personally have a child experience of your parents on drugs, or your parents are, really a negative example to you. You can have a parent that works so much and work too much to where they don't have time to even help you with your homework. So the nanny's always doing it. And this child has this, lack of self-esteem. They put on this face, but deep within it's this, empty feeling. And that's what we're doing here at Rebuild Your Lab. We are rebuilding within the children, and I'm getting with partners and different people, and we're making this a successful dream for these children all around the world. And we're starting within our inner city.
Absolutely. Now, I'm quoting you on this right here. I want you to explain this statement. The only person I think I'm better than is the old me. Now, what does that mean to you right there?
Well, the old me, as in even yesterday, my past experiences, that's what like I said, my foundation of Rebuild Your Life is based off of that. The old me, old things that I used to do, old habits, how I used to allow people to come in and change a feeling that I had within me, how I, allowed myself to be weakened to people's criticism, to people's harsh words, to people not being loyal. And it would get to me because I've always had a pure heart, to people misunderstanding me, and I would allow them to break my spirit. And that was the old me. But now it's a new me, and it's a new beginning. I understand that my tomorrow does not determine, off of my yesterday. And basically, I'm basing my tomorrow off of the now and pressing for tomorrow to the future, but not saying, well, they talked about me yesterday. My mom said, hey, they talked about Christ. So, don't worry about what people do to you and or have done to you in your past and trying to do to you now. If people are misunderstanding you, if people, are misunderstanding the situation, it's not your fault. You do your part as a loyal individual and a committed person, not just to them, but to yourself, to be successful in no matter what you do. I remember one of my Facebook Live interviews on myself, I said, I don't care if you want to be the best baker in the world. You be the best baker. You can be the best whatever you want to be. You do it, and you do it with a lot of energy and a lot of positive energy. And the devil and different people may come to you, and negative energy may come to you. But you wear your armor of God, and you allow that to come to you, but it's going to bounce right back off of you. And when they come to you, it's going to build you as an individual. It's going to build you, and when you get built, it's like this lady said at my friend Jasmine's ribbon cutting ceremony the other night. She said, for example, the cow manure. People try to bring bull, S-H-I-T, your way, and it's not about the bull, S-H-I-T, because beautiful flowers grow out of cow manure. Beautiful grass grow out of cow manure, but the secret to it, you got to keep it wet. You got to water it with positivity. You have to water it with energy, positive energy. You see what I'm saying? So that's basically what you have to do. Even in a negative situation, you have to stay positive. Now, don't tell me, don't get me wrong, I'm human, but you don't have to keep that negative response going. You may cry, you may get angry, you're human, but you don't have to keep it going. You bounce back with positivity every time. Go ahead.
Now, once again, this is CIE Fashion Talk Radio, man. We live and in charge and doing it real big. I got my guest in the house, Miss Nakea Brown, founder and creator of the Rebuild Your Life organization. Now, who, if any, are some of the famous people that you saw in the fashion industry that really inspired you to want to become a part of it?
Different people. Now, it's a laundry list. So, different people. Let's start from the beginning of time. A guy named Sean LaPaul. He's an artist. He's an artist. He's a designer. He paints. For example, Rockefeller. Well, let me think. It's so many different designers. Black Line Vintage, Rayon's Denim, different people. For example, I'm trying to think, Christian Dior. I actually did some blueprint work for Fredericks in Hollywood. When I was in college, I went to school for fashion design and marketing at AIU. And, you know, I was able to work behind the scene with Fredericks in Hollywood, BCBG, the Gap Kids, you know, Gymboree, children's plays. These are different people that I dig their energy. I dig their, you know, go-getter attitude and how their organization is ran and how they keep on this energy. It's just this energy. It's unexplainable and it's beyond the norm. And no matter what they go through, no matter what they've been through, they don't give up. And that's, you know, K-New, you know, Cussy Ice, and so Cussy Ice. So it's just, you know, different people and, you know, different designers and how they have this drive, you know, different things come against them and they still press. You know, their professional attitude that they have and, you know, things of that nature. So these are different designers that I've had the, you know, the blessing and the, you know, the experience to work with them. And I'm grateful for that.
Already now, on every episode of CIE Radio, man, I'm going to introduce y'all to some hot upcoming artists now that you definitely got to check out for. Now, coming up next, before we get back with Miss Nakea Brown, I got a new joint from a hot artist. He touring the country right now. He doing it real big. Straight out of Barstow, California, I got my man Clinton Wayne with Broken Promises on CIE Radio. Once again, you're in the cradle with the babysitter, and you do know that.
Don't miss a day. Chasing tomorrow, forgetting forever, trying to vacate your problems. Go for your dreams and the rest will just follow. Don't let the world sell you out on no broken promises, cause they'll be like, look at here, look at here, look at here. They'll be like, look at here, look at here, look at here. They'll be like, look at here, look at here, look at here. They'll be like, look at here, look at here, look at here. Looking out these Panamera windows, reflections of my life seen through the hourglass. Chandeliers that mirror my existence. I'm trying to leave them darker days behind my past. Cocaine residue under my fingernails. I'm just glad y'all can't talk to my ceiling fan. I feel like angels planning out my funeral. I swear to God until I die I'm chasing bands. I just wanna walk inside the venue, yeah, and listen to my haters, bitches scream my name. I love it when these ladies stroke my ego, yeah, but those leopard spots have gotta go, I need to change. I need to change, I need to change, yeah. I need to change, I need to change, yeah. Chasing tomorrow, forgetting forever, trying to vacate your problems. Go for your dreams and the rest will just follow. Don't let the world sell you out on no broken promises, cause they'll be like, look at here, look at here, look at here. They'll be like, look at here, look at here, look at here. They'll be like, look at here, look at here, look at here. They'll be like, look at here, look at here, look at here.
Yo, we chasing dreams. We want the things we see, but don't belong to us. But never get to see. Before we do, the feds, they come for us. Shooting for the stars and hope we fall somewhere between it all. Illusions and deceptions, though at times it's hard to see it all. Wanted to drop Mustang on gold things, just like Kane had. Wanted to know why he wasn't in my life. My real dad. Now let's be honest, most of us will never see a meal ticket. Black man with broken dreams, only money can fix it. Kilogram ambitions with a quarter-ounce budget. Music full of street dreams. Niggas scared to give you substance. Street corner mentality is the mind state we in. With the deck stacked against you, it's impossible to win. Now statistically, the average black is at a third grade reading level. Those numbers are sickening, and for that we should never settle. You can accomplish anything that you set out to put your mind to. For us to rise up as a people, now is the time to.
Chasing tomorrow, forgetting forever, trying to vacate your problems. Go for your dreams and the rest will just follow. Don't let the world say
And we are back. Welcome back to CIE Fashion Talk Radio. Once again, I'm your host, Mr. Damian Sanders, and you are in the cradle with the babysitter. Got my guest in the house tonight, man. She is doing it real big all across California and Los Angeles, man, handling her business. She's a founder and the owner of the Rebuild Your Laugh organization. Got a big fashion show coming up real soon. It's Nakea Brown. Now tell us about the fashion show that's coming up.
Oh, we're having a casting call on June 18th at Exposition Park, and that's on the corner of Exposition and Vermont. It's a little park there on the corner, and we're going to be on the inside of the park, and we're going to have the casting call from 4 to 7, ages 1 through 15, and then the second segment will be 15 through 19. And basically what we're doing is, like I said, we're giving back to the community. We're working on their personalities, their dreams, their goals. And also they would have runway training from professional models with experience with runway, print work. One of our model trainers are from America's Next Top Model. And, you know, different things of that nature. And they're going to be getting some goodies and stuff like that. You know, within the fashion show, we're also inviting partners to partner in with us, as long as they invite children, you know, to help provide a dream for the children and blast it on the Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, any type of social media to help us get the word out, to help us create this successful fashion show and creating this dream for these babies and keeping that fire lit of confidence, self-love, self-peace, and the relationship with the Most High. You know, this will be a success. This will be something that's written in history. We've even got with the city council's office and partnered with them, you know, and I'm grateful for this opportunity. And, you know, just bringing exposure to these babies if they want to be a professional basketball player. You know, we have connections with that. If they want to be, you know, like I said, a professional baker, we have connections with that. If they want to be a doctor, we're partnering up with different schools. We've even went as far as partnering up with LAUSD to get the word out, you know, different partners. We stop at CDLA, you know, the CAC, different organizations, you know, the Boys and Girls Club and things of that nature, just really getting the job done. And I'm so excited about this opportunity that I have to offer for these babies. But we are still looking for more designers. If there's any designers out there that are willing to give back to the community, we are still looking for a stage crew. You know, we are still looking for more hairstylists. We are still looking for more makeup, you know, artists, you know, different wardrobe stylists and things of that nature. Anything that creates a fashion show, photographers. We are looking for everything. We want this to be, and not just we want, it's going to be one of the biggest fashion shows to impact the community within the inner city of Los Angeles.
Absolutely. Now moving on from that point right there, you know, I want to expound on that a little bit more. Now, in your opinion, what are some of the things that makes a good model?
Confidence. Number one, confidence. Because when you have confidence and self-love, you put your energy into a situation with just purity. You're not putting on a fake smile so you can, you know, entertain the audience just because. But you're walking out there with confidence and not just about the audience, but it's about you. And that's what people look at. That's what people see. Those that really want to scout these children and scout this talent within a child, they are looking at that. They're seeing how you walk on the runway with your head up high, but not slouching. They're looking at how you hold your poses for about 3 seconds to give the cameraman enough time to shoot your photos from a perfect angle. This is all the things that I've learned in the industry. And this is what they, you know, they see. They see how humble you are when you do your interviews. You know, not being catty, but being confident and respectful in your interview. And this is things that they watch. You know, back in the days, there used to be so easy to just be a model and you just go, and as long as you were petite and you were pretty, you go and you can go to Hollywood and sign up. It's not that simple anymore. Because they have, for real, they have these different agencies. They have these high-end agencies. They have low-budget agencies. And they have these different, I wouldn't say low-budget. That's what the industry calls it. Everybody's important to me personally. You know, you're doing something with your life and it's productive and you're impacting someone. You're important. I don't care if you have an agency and it's on Crenshaw and King. You know, it doesn't have to be on Melrose. But basically, that's what makes it a success in this industry.
All day long. Now, speaking of the industry, what do you dislike most about the fashion industry?
The unprofessional side. Those that are doing it just for a come up. Those that are doing it for personal gain. When instead of just giving back to someone. You know, people are always looking for a come up. Oh, you know, and they would do any and everything to use someone, to hurt you, to hurt your children, to do whatever they can, to go behind the scene and lie on people. And I think that, you know, I know that's something that I would never do. And, you know, I just really think that that's selfish of people, and that disgusts me. That's very unprofessional. You know, people lie, tell stories, and they talk about people, and they do different things and keep mess and negative energy going when all they had to do was be honest with people. They feel intimidated by the next competition. Yeah. So they try to drag you down with them, you know, so they can boost their self up. You know, the story that parents tell them, and my mom told me, and my dad told me this story. Remember all the crabs in the bucket, and they're pulling the crabs down so the crab can't get out the bucket. And that's what people are doing within the community. And instead of impacting each other and coming together as a team, they're those crabs in the bucket, and they're trying to pull each other down, and it's not about that. And, you know, it's just about promoting positive energy. People will go back and say something negative. Oh, she or he said something negative before they empower you. You know, if a person says something negative, you don't have to deliver the message, but deliver a positive message. You know, pray for that person. Encourage that person to not be negative, you know. So that's what people do. That's what people do, and they're negative, and they hate on people. And that's what I really dislike about this, you know, the dislikeful side of the industry. Everybody's at a competition with each other or for a come up, and it's not about that. But let's all go to the top together.
Now, on the flip side, you know, just explain what you dislike most about the industry. Now, what do you like most about the fashion industry?
What do I love about the industry? Everything besides the negative. No, I'm just kidding. But basically what I love about the industry is how those that are positive, you know, even in every negative, there's a positive. And God always has the last laugh, you know, by rebuilding everyone's laugh. But basically what I like about the industry, how people go out there with confidence and they do their thing on the runway, you know, within the behind the scenes, and people are working together as a team to make certain things successful, whether it's a fashion show, whether it's a print job, whether it's creating a magazine, whether it's an interview, whether it's, you know, typing up a paper or preparing a letter, making phone calls and, you know, things like that. And that's what I love. I love to see positive energy within the industry, and I love to see people working together for things to become productive. You know, resources. People give out resources. That's one of the amazing things, how you can start off a nonprofit organization or a corporation dealing with the industry, and you call someone from the professional side, and they say, hey, well, you know, it's a tax write-off like what we're doing, and, you know, this will be also promotion for you, and we're giving back to the community. And people are like, I love this, you know, working together. And you know, helping each other shine from like I said, from the backstage all the way to the front stage, to the models on the end of the runway, you know, to behind the camera guy, you know, how he gets the beautiful shots and things of that nature. Just teamwork, you know, making dreams come true, and it also makes dreams work.
Now, dig that. Now, big shots out to everybody out there that's tuned in right now. This is CIE Fashion Talk Radio. We are live and in charge, and we have Miss Nakea Brown on the line, man, holding it down with us. Now, another question. Now, what do you look for when you're planning for a photo shoot?
What do I look for when I'm planning for a photo shoot? Are you talking about the behind the scenes or the model? Now, what is your elaborate on your question.
Like the entire process, like if you're getting ready to plan for a photo shoot, like maybe for yourself or for the children or whatnot, like what do you look for, like in a good photographer, a good makeup artist? Like what are some of the things that goes into a successful photo shoot?
Okay, good photographer, yes. Timing. Timing is everything. You don't want to be late to nothing. And not just that, because you want the sunset. Say, for instance, you want a day photo, the sunset. You need a good area. You want the natural background. You want a good area. You want a good, like you said, a good photographer. You want to get some models together. You want to get the designers for the models to have on the designers' clothes so everybody can benefit for this good photo shoot. So you got to get your designers, to put the model's clothes on. You want to get your hairstylist ready, your cosmetologist. You want to get your makeup artist ready. You want to get, your photographer ready. Everybody there at the same time and get this good scenery, and it'll be a success. Prayer is everything at the beginning of a photo shoot, and it works. It works.
Now, speaking of success, tell us about the success of teamwork.
Success of teamwork, the fashion show. And I always revert back to that. The success of teamwork, having a positive outcome. The success of teamwork is amazing, how people can work together. Everybody can give back to each other. And that's the success of teamwork. That's what it means to me personally, And like I said, just working together. So say, for example, I call CIE Model Management, and I said, you know what, I need this poster or this flyer to be promoted. It's a fashion flyer for a fashion show. I need this poster to be blasted on your Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, any type of social media. But in return, I'll give you a spot at my fashion show. And it's for no charge. That's the success of teamwork.
Being able to barter.
Yes.
All day long. Now, for people that want to find out more about, the Rebuild Your Laugh organization or find you online, how do they go about doing that?
We have different pages on Facebook. We have our group, which are 18 and over, because they put, some things in there. Not like, nudity or nothing like that, but it's, some of the jokes are pretty funny, but they're not for children. So we have the Facebook group, Rebuild Your Laugh, but then we have the page that's open up to the public. And then we also have our website, which is rebuildyourlaugh.org. We're also doing a Boost Your Awareness campaign for people to help us create this beautiful fashion show. We're also doing a GoFundMe account for people to see what the fashion show is all about and what they're giving their money to. And all this is on our website. We also have, what else? I'm sorry. Oh, Instagram and Twitter, Rebuild Your Laugh. So everything is Rebuild Your Laugh, and that's spelled REBULILD, and then your YOUR, Laugh, LAUGH. And that's on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and the different groups.
All day long. Now, this is a question I'm going to ask everybody that comes on this show. Now, who would you put on your Mount Rushmore of fashion models?
Say it again, I'm sorry.
Who would you put on your Mount Rushmore of fashion models?
Explain that?
Like Mount Rushmore, like with all of the greatest presidents that ever lived, like George Washington, Thomas Jefferson. Now, who would you put on your pedestal of the best fashion models that were ever in the industry?
Tyra Banks, let me think, because it's good.
Tyra Banks was automatic, huh?
Yeah, Eve, Eva.
Absolutely. Washington High School in the house.
Yes, we went to school together. She's actually a friend of mine. I'm trying to think. Marcy, my friend Marcy, she's actually experiencing her wonderful experience with America's Next Top Model right now. She's a role model to me. Let me think. I'm doing some thinking. Tyson, my boy.
Tyson Beckford in the house.
Yes. I'm trying to think, because there's a lot of good ones out there. She may not be a model, but she's a role model. Oprah.
Absolutely, that counts.
Like wonderful magazine pictures. So, her and Kamorley.
Already.
Yes.
Inspirational in the fashion industry already. Now, before we go, any quick shout outs for those streets that you want to throw out there?
Is there any shout outs?
Any shout outs for the
audience? You'll laugh. Personally, no. Black Line Vintage. She's an amazing artist. Alonda. Different designers. Let me see. I'm going to look at my laundry list. I don't want to forget anybody. I'll be doing this at the fashion show too. Like, wait a minute, everybody. I want to give a shout out to you, even though I'm on your radio show. CIE Model Management.
Much appreciated.
I want to give a shout out to Julius, who's doing this thing. Chantel, my secretary. My sister, Kenyatta, she's doing her thing. She's my CFO. Ty Marie, my vice president. My friend Jasmine that just opened her cosmetology school for, teenagers, and she also has a salon. You guys check her out. I want to give a shout out to my family members, my cousin Maisha, my mom, my dad, my auntie Leslie, Darcy, she's an amazing model, my friend Marcy, Travis Holder, Crystal Hawk, different people. Oh, my friend Shanique, her husband, he's a rapper. His name is Nine. I'm just trying to think. It's so many people that have impacted my life. Picasso Beats from Sony. I'm trying to think. Matter of fact, name is Davon. We actually had a real positive conversation. Davon Ross. He just made it for the Washington Redskins not that long ago.
Okay.
A friend of mine. He's doing an amazing job with impacting the community. I want to give a shout out to Tiffany. And her daughter, she's an amazing model, has experience. She's going to be a part of the fashion show. I want to give a shout out to Nikki. I also want to give a shout out to, hold on, I'm looking at my list. Sandra and Tasha. I want to give a shout out to them. I want to give a shout out to Heart Divine. I want to give a shout out to, one second, I'm looking. Hold on. Kalila, one of my best friends, also business partner. Rivette, awesome photographer, Jay Crenshaw. Also Marcus, he's one of our good photographers. Shonika, she's an awesome Christian book writer. I want to give a shout out to Leona Harrison. She has an amazing and beyond awesome group on Facebook called Rags. And they are righteous and godly women. They're also partnering up with us to make this fashion show a success. I want to also give a shout out to Runway for Peace for also training my daughters within this last 2 years of helping them become the models that they are, and also being an example to me. Rayon's Denim for allowing my daughter to model in her, clothing line. Trust South LA, John, Malcolm, they're all a team. Also want to give a shout out to Women That Hustle, Deja. I also want to give a shout out to, Darrell Crummy and his family. I also want to give a shout out to, I know everybody's like, name me. I'm looking, you guys, hold on. I want to give a shout out to my friends, childhood best friends, Kenya, Letitia, Jasmine and Ebony. Just family members and friends. I also want to give a shout out to, I'm coming, Crystal Rain. She's also one of our professional model trainers. LaDaisha, she's also another one of our professional model and trainers. I want to give a shout out to the clothing line Push, also family members and also business partners. Keisha and Heaven Staley doing amazing work for the community from here to Africa. She's also Heaven Staley's going into the prison system, and she's rebuilding their lab within the prison system.
Ooh-wee.
It's an amazing organization. You guys Google her, look her up on Facebook, and you guys, those that are interested in impacting the prison system and changing their mindset, you guys may want to network with her. Her name is Heaven Staley. Also, my friend Mario, I want to give a shout out to my friend Tatiana. I want to give a shout out to my friends in the UK. I want to give a shout out to, hold on, I'm looking. Teresa, my friend Teresa. I want to give a shout out to, hold on 1 second. It's so many people that, Miss Tasha Carr. I want to give a shout out to my friend and my lovely mentor, Carmel Neal. She's actually a blessing in my life. She got me involved in the CAC. She got me involved in, helping impact the youth with We Stop SCDLA, with Miss Coachman, Valerie Coachman. She's an amazing mentor as well. I want to give a shout out to Quentin Morgan. I want to give a shout out to Danielle. She's an awesome woman of God and Mary Kay distributor. I want to give a shout out to Miss Joanna. She has an organization to where they're impacting the community. I want to give a shout out, like I said, Tasha and Sandra, and that is Miss Tasha Cooper and Sandra Davis. They also have been an amazing impact in my life. I would like to give a shout out to Eddie Reed. He's in the NASCAR industry. He's a childhood friend of mine, grew up with. Very proud of him. I want to give a shout out to Six John and my uncle. Six John has actually been a positive role model, an example in my life since I was 16. He's the young gentleman that wrote the behind the scene and produced the music and the beats for Empire.
And working with Neo.
Yes.
I've interviewed Six John, good friend of mine.
Yes.
And that's actually his name, Six John.
Yes, right. Johnson, that's my boy. He's been a mentor of mine and a positive example role model since I was about 16. My Uncle Nick Love and him have been really good friends. They grew up together.
Now, for people that don't know, make sure you go out there and check out Six John. They got an amazing song out there right now with Brian McKnight. You got to check it out, man. It's off the chain. Yes. But that's these shout outs for my girl.
Yes. Those are some amazing examples in my life. My cousins, Carmela, and her sister, Maisha. Who else? Let me think. I'm going down my list, everyone. Hold on 1 second. I said Sheena, Sandra. Well, I want to give a shout out to my sister, Dejanay. She's all the way in Texas doing her modeling thing. I want to give a shout out to my sister's fiance, Casanova. He's doing this thing right now. He actually just got signed, and he just opened up for Keisha Cole a few weeks ago. You guys want to check him out. He's an awesome, amazing R&B artist. His name is C. Nova Clark. You guys follow him on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Also, hold on 1 second. I want to give a shout out to tabkids.com. I want to also give a shout out to Brooklyn Taylor. That's my girl. She's doing her thing. I want to also give a shout out to Isaiah Bowman. I want to give a shout out to Fashion Nova. I want to give a shout out to, 1 second, Carla Newman. She makes amazing dresses. She's an amazing seamstress, and she's also a custom designer. I want to give a shout. Yeah, check her out. And many more people. But I can be naming forever. But you guys come check out the fashion show. And, just basically, my friend Diana Red, she's an amazing modeling coach as well. I'm praying that she, get some time, find some time within her busy schedule. Very busy young lady, very positive impact on the industry and, different people out there. And, so basically, I'll be naming many more people at the show. So this is basically, like I said, we're looking for, all these wonderful things to create this fashion show. And I'm very excited that God chose little bitty old me to create this dream for the community and also impacting children.
And there it is, man. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Miss Nakea Brown. Now you know you want to work with her because if anything else, she was definitely gonna shout you out for working with her. We know that. That's Miss Nakea Brown of the Rebuild Your Laugh organization. I promise you're gonna be hearing a whole lot from her, and you already know that CIE Fashion Talk Radio supports her movement 10,000%. Now I appreciate everybody for checking out this episode of CIE Radio, where we talk everything fashion. Make sure you check out for us for the next go round. You can follow me on Facebook at Damian Sanders. You can follow me on Twitter at DSanders132, DSANDERS132. Now, thanks for tuning in, everybody. You just been in the cradle with the babysitter, and you do know that. Peace.